You like a gamble, I like a gamble. Welcome back to Fog Football. Chris Sutton talking about Philip Clement's sacking odds. This is a recipe for disaster. But I tell you what, 5-4 for Philip Clement. Philip Clement? Jeez, oh man, I could barely get his name out. Anyway, doesn't treat my club with respect, so I need to really get his name right. But in all seriousness, Philip Clement, 5-4 to get sacked before Christmas. That is printing money. Welcome back to Fog Football. And Chris Sutton has warned Philip Clement that Rangers mob won't accept league spot, won't accept what they won't accept is league sponsors set to be sacked. Set to be sacked. Hold on. Let's just take a few deep breaths and actually string this together. Chris Sutton warns Philip Clement what Rangers mob won't accept is league sponsors set sacked by Christmas odds. There we go. We got there in the end, everybody. Right? Big Stevie does one take, and yeah, I butchered it, but you know what? Who cares? Yeah. So 5-4 is those odds, but we're going to dive into it and see what Chris Sutton thinks the Rangers fans won't accept. Don't know why they've labelled it as the Rangers mob, but anyway, it is what it is at the end of the day. So let's look at the odds first of all. So I mean, I've made a video over on my channel, members only. I haven't actually uploaded it yet, but I will. I discussed about it. I discussed it a wee bit about these 5-4 odds, and it's like, I think 5-4 is great. I mean, we're talking about a guy that is like literally one defeat away from getting sacked. And I don't think he'll get sacked against Bucharest. I said yesterday, I feel like it would have to be something of like mammoth proportions to sack Philip Clement from it. But the more you look at it and the more you break it down, it's like, it's that Bucharest pumped Rangers 3-0 on Thursday, which, here, they're not that good, but neither's Rangers. Is that really like out the question? Is that really like the most impossible result of all time? No, it's not. And then even if you survive Bucharest, you've got St Mirren at home. St Mirren, who just got scudded 4-0 by Hearts. Stephen Robinson under a bit of pressure, labelling it like one of the worst performances they've ever seen his team have. They'll be looking to bounce back. And honestly, can you turn around and say that Rangers, we're not a threat? You know what I mean? It's like, Aberdeen had to take their chances at Parkhead. The teams really fear us. No, they don't. Now, obviously, I think this season, I think a lot of the games at Ibrox, which hasn't been a many because we're not that long back, but I think teams have kind of feared us a bit in the sense of like the name. Because when it actually comes down to the game, man, we have been on the ropes in massive periods of games. They 1-0 against Hibs, the 2-0 against St John's, and even when we beat Dundee 3-0 in the Cup, there was elements and periods of that game where it could have went either way, and we were hanging on, and that Killie result was inevitable. But you know, you would expect us to beat St Mirren. It's the Aberdeen game, and you know there's 7 games I believe coming up in 21 days for Philip Clement, and I think he is going to get the sack. But here, he's 4-7 not to get the P45 from Santa before Christmas, but he's 5-4 to actually get sacked. I mean, come on. Like, the bookies must know something that we don't. That is all I'm going to say. But what does Chris Sutton know? He was speaking on the It's All Kicking Off podcast. He said, Philip Clement has said, I need time. And I get that. There's been a massive overhaul. But it's okay. As there was after the Celtic game. When there's 200 fans outside Ibrox shouting their dissatisfaction, but when that grows, it's 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000, then there's going to be trouble, says Chris Sutton. They've got Stade Bucharest in the Europa League on Thursday. They've got St Mirren at home. Then they've got Aberdeen away. Now that's a huge game. If the gap stays at 6 points to Aberdeen, then Aberdeen widen that gap to 9 points. That's when I think Clement would come under severe pressure because Rangers fans will just not accept that. There's no disrespect to Aberdeen, but I think that will be a turning point if Rangers lose that game. End of quote. I've got to agree with Chris Sutton, and I think a lot of us have got to agree with Chris Sutton. It's like, you know, we are that bad. Like, let's be honest, let's call it a spade a spade. Being 6 points behind Celtic, right, at this stage of the season, and being 9 points behind them, say if Aberdeen beat us, right, it's unacceptable in its own right. But to be 9 points behind Aberdeen at the end of October is absolutely unacceptable because it proves that Aberdeen, with way less budget, are just being able to do it with their manager, and that means it's done for Philip Clement. It's done. And seeing I see a new manager get brought in, I want to see some young blood pushed into this team. I want to see Bailey Rice McKinnon. I want to see these players, man, actually get given a chance. I want to see the dross get dropped. Can none of these managers that have been sacked the last 3 years see what is getting them sacked, man? It's playing the same old players. It's playing the same old favourites. You know, fucking give us Lovelace up front, man. Give us this. Give us change. Proper change. Stop rewarding the shite with minutes. Stop rewarding them with starts. Stop playing them, man. Make them earn it. And it's the same. See when we sack Clement, right? And it's going to happen, right? Let's accept it. It's going to happen. Rolling contract for the next manager. So we are not in this situation where we don't want to sack him because it costs too much. Rolling contract at the end of the season. And before anyone goes, well, that limits who you want because, you know, the better managers will want, you know, safety and guarantee that they'll be there. Well, fuck them. You know what I mean? No, screw that logic, man. Rangers are a big club. It should be a fucking honour to manage Rangers. So you know what? You get to the end of the season and see if you don't fucking improve things massively, you're out in your ear. Then we can restart again in the summer. Because I tell you what, it's better doing that than this time next year in 2025, some walloper's on a fucking 4-year deal and we have to sack him for like 10 million and then that sets you back again. I'm sick of it, man. It's unacceptable. I'm not going to sit here and pretend and happy clap, man. I said all this during the summer and I took pelters. You're not a Rangers fan. How am I not? You know what I mean? Because I spoke the truth, because I've fucking seen this all happening. Well, everyone else is putting grins on their faces, man, and clapping, hello. No, it doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me, man. I couldn't pretend that this team was going to amount to anything in the summer, man. And you know what? No one expected third place. You know, no one expected third place. I can't even believe. You know, if anyone expected Rangers to finish third, it would have been because Hearts finished second. No one foreseen Aberdeen's start to the season. I get it. We're not that many games into the season. It's not, I mean, second place, it's not like it's gone already, but if you keep Clement, I've got a sneaky suspicion that it will be gone. Anyway, rolling contract for the next manager, play youth, and rebuild for there. And that is where Big Stevie Cool is signing out here on Fog Football. I'm going to upload this vid as soon as I can. Then I'm going to do a live stream on my channel where I'm just going to rant and rave the same things. But you know what? It needs to be done. But 5-4, I think it's good odds.